Hey everyone, I've just caught the first minute of silence today. The kiddos have just left for school. Hubby's gone as well. And I just wanted to share with you uh, a mummy fail and a mummy win that I've had in the last week. So everyone is in the transition back to school, and kids are coping in different ways. And what I'm finding with my own kids is they're coping in different ways on different days, which is just so hard to keep up with, because the level of tiredness is just changing from day to day. The level of coping, level of enjoyment with school is just changing every day, which is really hard to try and figure out, where they're at. And lots of parents are also going back to work at the same time. There might be new schools, there might be new routines, new bus routes. So, I just wanted to share with you that, even professionals like myself, we can get it really wrong. And sometimes we get it right too. So I just wanted to share two little stories with you. So last week, my big boy started high school. And this meant that he had to change schools, or we chose to change schools, and he's now catching the bus to the next town. So he has to be at the bus stop he's supposed to leave here at 8:15, which is fine, but it's just a new routine. And there's just that pressure that you have to catch the bus. If you don't catch the bus, you set on school, and he hates that because, he loves school. And I don't want to have to drive to town and back. So what happened was he did fantastic the first 3 days of school. And so last week I said, okay, well, how about in the morning we will go to RPM, a spin class at the gym, because he loves his bike riding, and because he's now catching the bus, he's not riding to school. So it's harder to get exercise. So he was fine with that because he loves going. So we woke him up at 5 to 6, went to spin class, and then we came home. But because he was still developing that routine, and everything was all new, and that pressure of that deadline of having to catch the bus, the morning did not go well. So that just made me think about, often as parents we think that our kids are coping all right, and they may be, but we sometimes put a bit too much, put too high expectations on them. Now, I'm all for increasing expectations, but when they're going through massive changes and transitions, sometimes it just can be a bit too much. We have learnt that, at least for the next month, we might do a ride after school, or we might go to an evening gym class. But we won't be attempting the early morning gym class until he's definitely got that routine into the automatic mode. And we can change that. And that just reminded me too that lots of research out there, and it's in one of my talks, and I forget where it came from, but if anyone's interested, I can pull it up. They're saying that with kids with anxiety, that we often overestimate how well they are coping, because like us as adults, they like to hold it together, and they like to have the impression that everything's going okay, especially for older kids. So that was my mummy fail. So my mummy win was the day before. So my younger child had also done really well the first couple of days of school, but I think it was on the third day he just was tired, was grumpy, he wasn't sleeping as well. He really wanted to go for school class captain. So he'd been thinking about this as he was going to sleep, what his speech would be. So he wasn't sleeping as well as the whole new class, new teacher, all that transition. So this particular morning, he just wasn't coping either. Luckily, these weren't on the same day. So that day, I decided not to go to the gym, and instead just stayed at home, helped, get brekkie, just went through the routine slower. And I have been, taking extra time off work during the holidays, of course. So I was keen to, to get him on the bus or get him to ride his bike, but it was too tired to ride. So what happened was that I missed an hours of work in the office. And I chose, and I'm totally fine with this, I chose to, spend time with him, and then we went and we waited for the bus together. Now, I didn't have to wait out there with him because he's caught the bus heaps of times. But yeah, just having that mummy time and knowing that mum was close was really important. And I knew that, the reason why I was doing this was a selfish reason, really, because I knew if I invested the time to be with him and to help him to ground himself, that it would be easier, the next day and days and weeks. Which was right. He's fine now. He's off. He's riding his bike to school this morning. So that was, I guess, a mummy win. Just, being able to, and I could take the time, the extra hour, just to be with him. And I still have to catch up on that hour, but that's okay because he's feeling okay. And when your kids are feeling okay, the world's okay. So there you go. One mummy fail, one mummy win. So just, be kind to yourself. Look after yourself. Put your oxygen mask on first. Make sure you get out for a walk. Because, it's intense mornings and evenings when the kids are getting back into the school routine. So I hope that that's helpful in sharing a bit of my story. And just know that we are all going through this together, and that you're not the only parent out there who's struggling at the moment, potentially. Maybe it's all going fine in your place. But often, I hear the stories from my clients, when they come in, that, these first, 3, even 4 or 5 weeks can be quite tricky when kids are getting back into that school routine. Well, have a great day, and don't forget that my new book, Teaching Kids to Manage Anxiety, has been released in a couple of weeks, very shortly. We'll put the link to that below if you'd like to have a look at that. So it's full of awesome gold to help you become the superstar of your family, to help your child with anxiety. Take care, have a great day.